Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to this episode of Hippo Tech, bringing you the latest in tech news, reviews, and more. And before I get started with this review, I'm going to apologize for poor audio. I have to use my built-in microphone in my T2i, so I just apologize for that in advance. However, I'm going to be reviewing the Wrapsol Ultra Screen Protector for iPad 2 today. And this is a pretty neat product, if you ask me. We're going to be getting into the pros and cons of this in a little bit. However, it is a screen protector for the iPad 2. This is just for the front, and I'd like to thank Wrapsol for sending this out for review purposes. Now, the thing about Wrapsol is that Wrapsol is one of those higher quality, or supposed higher quality screen shield companies that sells their screen shields for quite a hefty price. This one costs about $29.95 from their website, which is really expensive. However, theirs are a little bit more high quality than ones you would find on eBay for maybe $10 for a pack of 20 or something like that. Now, in the box, you will be getting a Wrapsol microfiber that is pretty lackluster, if you ask me. It is Wrapsol branded, as you could see here. It's yellow, and it's quite cheap, if you ask me. I don't like this screen microfiber that much, so that comes with it. You will also be getting a squeegee, a rather large squeegee. It just happens to be kind of a piece of cardboard, which I wasn't exactly expecting. Also comes with an instruction manual which shows you how to apply the screen shield and what you should do and stuff like that. And of course, it does come with the screen shield, which I do have applied on my iPad 2 at the moment. As for the application process, my application process was not all that great. I'll have some clips showing you here. Essentially what you do is you just pull off the back film that holds the screen protector's sticky side, so you don't have to worry about it being de-stickified before you stick it on. And that so you pull that off first. However, it pulled the application film, which comes on the top of it, off along with it, so that didn't work very well. So what you're supposed to do is the application film will help you align the screen shield itself onto the iPad, which mine didn't have anymore, and you will just have to squeegee all the air bubbles out after you apply it like that. But I didn't get the chance to do that, so there were a lot of air bubbles. It took me a while to get all the bubbles out. However, if the bubbles are less than 2 millimeters in diameter, they will air itself out, which, as you can see here, it does a pretty good job of that. It does a pretty good job of getting all those little air bubbles out, except for where there's dust and stuff like that, and around edges where it's much too large to get rid of air bubbles. So that is something that this does do. Another thing about this screen protector is that it is quite frictionless. It does have friction, as do all surfaces. However, there's much less in these than a lot of other screen shields on the market right now, which is something I like a lot. As you can see, it's very tactile. It does work quite well. It does respond quite well. There's like very little friction in between the screen shield and my finger, which is something I like a lot. However, this does pick up tons and tons and tons of fingerprints. You can't really tell now because I did wipe the majority of them off before filming this video, but this gets fingerprinted like nothing I've ever seen before, as you can see right there. That's a pretty good angle to see all those fingerprints and stuff like that. Now, it also claims to be quite scratch resistant, up to 70 pounds of force you can put onto this without it scratching. So we're going to put this to the test, my little handy dandy little razor thing, and I'm just going to scratch this a little bit. I don't want to scratch it too hard because I don't exactly want to scratch my iPad 2 screen, so that would be quite bad. So we're just going to scratch this up a little bit. Alright, that's pretty darn scratched up. You can see these scratches from down here. Yeah, as you can see, it does get quite scratched up, but it doesn't puncture the screen at all. It just gets a lot of scratches on there. I'm surprised that didn't really puncture the screen shield at all. You just got tons and tons and tons of scratches on the screen shield. So that's pretty cool as well, and I'm assuming it is self-healing, so that's pretty neat as well. So overall, when it comes to whether you should buy the screen shield or not, if you don't have to, I wouldn't, because it's super, super expensive at $30 for just the front part as well. your application process may not be that great, and it's just a fingerprint magnet. However, it does protect very well. It does work with a lot of cases. I have no problem using this with really any of my cases at all. Just something that's really nice to see coming from a screen protector. So I do recommend this screen shield if you absolutely need a screen shield for your Apple iPad. If not, I would pass up on this. So thanks for watching this episode of Hippo Tech. Please be sure to comment, like this video, and subscribe for more tech content and giveaways in the future, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.